COVID-19 has provided us with an understanding of how important proper PPE is to our personal health and safety, especially in occupations facing high levels of exposures to the virus. All of us face potential exposure in our workplaces or in our personal lives, and as such we have produced this short video on donning and doffing the PPE many of us will use most often, masks and gloves. Our thanks go out to the healthcare worker for her time to prepare and present this valuable information.
Hi, today we're going to take a couple moments to learn how to properly wear personal protective equipment, which is otherwise called PPE, and that helps keep us safe, especially during challenging times like we're experiencing right now with COVID-19. Our first step is to wash our hands. So whether you have hand sanitizer or soap and water for 20 seconds if you're using soap and water, you want to make sure your hands are clean because this is going to keep us protected for cross-contamination. So after your hands are clean, I have a variety of masks. You may be wearing a surgical mask, a handmade mask for community use, or an N95. So first we'll start with the surgical mask. Once you have your clean mask, you want to inspect the pleats or folds to ensure there's no defects, to make sure it's safe to wear. So once you've done that, you can expand it, make sure there's no holes inside. Your second step is to put the mask on your face, like so, and the loops around each ear. Once you've done that, there will be a wire that runs in the top of the mask, and you want to pinch it around your nose to make sure it's snug against your face and nose. The next step is to pull the mask under your chin onto your neck. Now you have a safe mask that is secure, and most importantly from here on in is don't touch your face and don't touch your mask. When it's time to remove your mask, maybe you're going on a break or having your lunch, you can do so and reuse it unless the mask is soiled or has become contaminated from a procedure, or it's moist and wet inside. That's when you want to dispose of the mask. When it's time to take a break, you can leave your mask in a safe, clean spot to come back to unless it's soiled and you need to dispose of it. How you're going to do this is ensure that you have a piece of paper or a paper towel near your exit or lunchroom. You want to label that paper with your name or employee ID. Next, you will take clean hands from soap or hand sanitizer. Make sure they're clean before you touch your mask again. And then you're going to take each ear loop, and sometimes I like to tilt my head forward a bit, imagining that there are particles on my mask and I don't want them to fall onto me. Then you put the exterior of the mask on your clean surface, and you can leave it while you go enjoy your lunch or your break. When it's time to come back, I'm going to demonstrate how you'd wear a cloth mask. This might be a handmade mask that you've received to wear while grocery shopping or running your errands. The same thing, you want to make sure you've cleaned your hands very well. You pick up your clean mask, you're inspecting it, you're opening any pleats, and again, one loop over the ear and one loop over the other ear. Pinch the nose. Some do have wire in them. We have amazing sewers. And one over your bottom over your chin. Typically on our surgical masks, they can come in a variety of colors and fabrics, and the exterior is the colored part with the white facing in. And when you do leave your mask on a piece of paper for a break, you always want to leave the exterior facing down. Then anything that may be contaminated is now on the paper and not inside of the mask. That also includes the loops for your ears. We never want to fold our mask and leave it on a table that someone else's maybe is soiled and have the loops facing in, because now they're considered contaminated. The same goes for an N95. This is what you might be more used to wearing in your workplace. Of course, you know that there's different sizes, but you always want to make sure that you're following the same protocols. We've washed our hands are now clean, and we want to cup the outside of the mask in our palm. We can lean forward a bit if it's easier, stretch the bottom elastic up over your head and onto the back of your neck. And then you want to take the top elastic and put it on the crown of your head. You still want to make sure this is secure, whether the nose piece needs to be pinched or that there's no gaps in your chin or on the side of your face. This is very important. A mask that doesn't fit properly isn't going to do the job. Our next step, if we were to doff this mask, is to wash our hands, our hand sanitizer, make sure your wrists are clean as well if they're exposed. Lean forward. The back strap comes off first, then the top strap. If this is soiled and not being used after a break, you're going to want to put it in the garbage can and then wash your hands once again. Okay, the next step is to properly don and doff our gloves. They could be work gloves, latex, vinyl. The most important thing again here is to make sure our hands are clean before we put them on. So we're going to use hand sanitizer or soap, wait till they dry, and then we're going to pick up our clean gloves. They're usually in a bin or a box, and we're putting them on. That's the simple part. Whether you're ready to go on a break or they're soiled, this is the important part to make sure that you don't add any particles or contamination to your skin. So you're going to first pinch at the wrist, fold that glove inside out. Any of the contaminants are now inside the glove. Then you're going to take your hand, 2 fingers, and I scoop from the wrist and pull. Now if you're disposing these gloves, you can pull and slingshot them right into the garbage. If they're work gloves and you're able to reuse them, then they need to go into a proper container for laundering. After our gloves are off and removed, then we want to wash our hands one more time. Now you're safe to go on break or eat. Our health and safety team put together some simple steps to follow on the back of our ID tags. Your health and safety team may consider doing the same. The most important thing is to keep yourself and your family protected. So follow the basic procedures that we gave you today, and we hope you all stay safe.